What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and this right here might be the craziest thing we've seen in Infinite Warfare up until this point, which is really saying something. I mean, we're playing on planets in outer space. We've got all kinds of crazy new tacticals and lethals that I'll be talking about in a later video today, and it's absolutely nuts. But this here takes the cake. This is your robot character who gets down on all fours and chases down enemies like a cheetah, swiping at them, killing them in one hit. It's absolutely nuts. So what are you guys watching right here? Well, this is what's called Reaper, and it's one of the payloads available on the Synaptic rig, which I know sounds kind of crazy, probably sounds like I'm speaking a different language, but it's super simple, I promise. So basically what a rig is it's IW's version of Specialist. It's kind of like your combat system or your combat suit, and each rig that you choose from, there's 6 of them by the way, each one of them you can choose a payload and then a trait that's paired with that rig, and the payload is usually a specialist weapon, and then the trait is usually kind of like a specialist ability. So you get kind of like a special weapon and ability at the same time, which is awesome. And like I said, there are 6 different types of rigs, each of which have different payloads and different traits. So let's take a look at these 6. Now first up, we've got Phantom, and this one's a marksman. This one is all about concealment and long-range engagements. This one's basically our sniper. For an example of a payload he has available to him, it's a heavy aim assist sniper. It's almost an auto aim sniper, not quite, but it's insanely crazy. If you get it anywhere near pointed towards the enemy, it's automatically going to lock onto their head and take them out, which is pretty crazy. For a trait you can choose from him, he's got active camo, so obviously a sniper wants to be able to get around, move from position to position behind cover, and he can use that active camo to be able to do that. Next up, the second type of rig we have is Synaptic, which is what you guys saw earlier at the start of this video. So this one is based all about CQC and running and gunning. So for example, a trait he can have is every kill results in a burst of speed. So for every kill you get, you run a little bit faster, almost like Cranked in Call of Duty Ghosts. Next up, we've got the Warfighter rig, and this is our assault guy. He's kind of a generalist. Like, he's not fantastic at anything, but he's also relatively good at everything. He's kind of like a medium range guy, not super good close range or super good long range, but right in the middle. That's where this guy lives. He has a trait called Persistence, which I found really interesting. This one makes it so that streaks continue on through death, so it's kind of like a support streak. So even when you die, you still continue working towards your streaks, but that comes with a catch. Number one is your streaks will cost more to earn, and then also your streaks won't wrap. So once you get your highest streak, you won't get another streak during that game, which is a pretty big price to pay, but at the same time, you're almost guaranteeing yourself to get one of the highest streaks in the game as long as you can get enough kills to be able to earn it, which is kind of interesting. So even if you die, you can still earn them. That's pretty cool. Next up, our next rig is called Striker. This one is all about tactical support. The next one is called FTL. This guy is an assassin. He's all about guerrilla warfare, so he's going to be kind of similar to Phantom. He's going to have little stealthy, you know, kind of abilities and weapons. And then finally, our last rig is called Merc, and this one obviously stands for mercenary, so he's all about heavy infantry. He's about defense and suppressive fire. He's got big guns and a crazy riot shield that he can charge people with. It's absolutely nuts. He's an insane guy to run with, and he's pretty cool. So that's kind of how the specialist system works in Infinite Warfare. It's no longer called specialists, it's called rigs, and each rig has a payload, which is kind of like a damage dealing, you know, weapon type deal, and then also traits, which are more of like abilities. And then on top of that, you also pick your perks. So there's also a 3 perk slot system where you can pick up to 2 perks in each slot of that system. So it's kind of interesting. There's a lot of customization there, a little bit more than we had in Black Ops 3, because now not only do we choose between a specialist weapon or a specialist ability, we choose a specialist weapon and a specialist ability, which is kind of interesting. So there you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something new. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thumbs up if you guys enjoyed. Make sure to check out all the other videos I've been uploading today, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.